What's your definition of customer service examples? You can say it in your own words, just paraphrase it. And for me, I can say customer service is a team that helps customers solve problems they encounter in their daily life with the business products or services. I also can say it in my own words. Customer service is to receive various calls daily, and we have to help them whether if they have query or they need help to solve a problem with their products or service eventually, right? Okay, next question. Okay, next question. What do you think should you do for you to make the customer satisfied? I believe that to improve our products or service is really important. You should constantly strive to improve your product or service based on customer feedback. For instance, if the customer requests features you can't yet deliver, always update them on the progress. This lets you keep customer satisfaction levels high. Okay, next question. How will you use your cars to relate to the healthcare account or in this industry? Know that you are helping people get better is very self fulfilling. Alright, next question. If I'm going to call you, if I'm going to call your previous classmate or colleague, how will they describe you? I believe my colleague will tell about me um, okay, a good characteristics. They will say that I am willing to learn and grow, and I am hardworking, fast learner, and so on. Next question. What motivates you to come to the office every day? I remember in my final interview, I just said what motivates me is money, and I want to have a better future, and I want to be professional. Yeah, professionalism is what I seek. Or you can say people are motivated in their professional lives by certain factors, including money, recognition, power, passion, and meaning. Hmm. Next question. In your school, how was your attention? I would say in school I was actually active, focusing on material, and I was really excellent. I was participating for each class, and I was I was the best one. I believe so. My teachers they were loving me because uh, my major was in English, and I was so good in English, and yeah, I was participating. So, in summary, I was a top over there. Okay, next question. How important is attendance for you? Attendance is really important. It shows that you are loyal to your company and you are hardworking and serious. You can Also, add this, it shows the employers that the staff member is a hardworking, dedicated, and a reliable worker. What's your ideal company? My ideal company is one that offers creative solutions to important problems. I would like to work for a company whose mission to provide reliable, high quality products aligns with my commitment to customer service. Next question. How would you go the extra mile for a customer? For me, when I want to do extra mile for the customer, I I I I I do that all the time with my customer. For example, when I was working at Nanyang company and um the client had hard times just to to open his account in our platform. Mm, he had technical issue. I just asked him to give me his own password and email. In order, I will do it by myself because I tried so many times to help him to say you have to check if there is no space and you have a good signal. And he was keep trying and he couldn't, so eventually I just had mm, his own account and I have to access by my own self and then to help him to withdraw. And I just told my boss that this client had difficulty and he just had me to uh, to send me the verification codes. And yeah, and I just proceed his application. So he just wanted to reset his password so he can withdraw in our platform. Yeah. And another example, when my client he wants me to fix his Telegram account or his Facebook account, I just tell him, sure, I'd be definitely happy to help you with that. So, yeah, that's all. Okay, next question. Mm-hmm. The next question is, I remember they asked me, um, and how do you handle when you are going to be stressed? I remember I said in the final interview and I passed. I said, mm, when I'm getting stressed, it's normal. It happening to everyone. In the training, they taught us when I was in Jordan, we need to have a break because it's important to refresh ourselves. So in order we can get back to work, and in order to get back to our work, to work effectively, and we talk to our client smoothly. So what I was doing, I was just relaxing myself. For example, I would just go walking, I listen to music or playing video games. Yeah, this is what I was doing in my free time. Mm, it's important to have a break. To have a break. Especially, he just asked me, the interviewer, he asked me, If you are tired, what will you do? Or late, what will you do at that time? I just said I have to ask permission for my team leader that I need a holiday. Whether if it's not a day off, I can tell him I can work also. Mm, I can work also, um, and take my phone, so you don't have to worry about me. And I will be back to the company. Mhm. Can you describe a situation that you are stressed out and how you overcome stress? Yeah, sure. Everyone gets stressed, especially me. I don't actually get stressed only when I'm tired or I overworked, because I enjoy being at the office and I enjoy working. Mm-hmm. Okay. Um, of course, I'm good literate and I have experience working at companies, so for me, it's not stressful at all. But when I'm getting stressed, um, I I take my break time. I go to take my lunch, or I just do my hobbies simply. For example, I can play video games, listening to music, and mm, I just go for hiking. But if it's not my break time, I will go to my team leader and ask him for his permission to give me more extra time, right? Mm, and the only thing that I remember I was stressed in my job when I was at Nanyang, it was when there was a deadline and short time, I felt under pressure exactly, and they were giving us targets to do. So what did I do? I just asked my team leader to give me more time, and yeah, I have to ask him to give me more time. But I usually finish my targets for a recharge, because that time I was working at Pogo. Mm, yeah. Mm, so there's no difficulties for me. Because when I'm getting tired, I just drink coffee for me, and I I just cope with the work. Sometimes as well, my colleagues are entertaining, and yeah, and sometimes I just forget and just focus on my work. Sometimes the work itself is entertaining. You just forget your own problems in your life. For example, if you have a financial a financial concern, you this makes you stressful, I believe. But when you are engaged in your work, you forget to be stressed, and when you're talking and helping your clients, I believe so that you will be more satisfied helping your own clients. Yeah. And when I was working in Nanyang, and when I had a day off, I tell my boss, don't worry, if I need more time to have a day off, I will ask his permission, and I will tell him that do not worry, to my boss or to my TL, do not worry because I can work using my phone even I'm not at the company. I can finish my job and I can follow up the job. So yeah, no pressure. School. And it's really important to take a break to refresh ourselves. That's what I believe. To work effectively. That's all. This question is important at BBO industry. They will ask you how was your metrics in your previous company. When the TL asked me this in my final interview, and yeah, and I was hired. I just told him, I was honest to him. Okay, this is what I said. Mr. Smith, actually, I had no metrics because when I was working at Nanyang for 1 year, I was working in non-voice chat support. And this is how it explains that I had no metrics, but yeah, I have a customer service experience, but unfortunately, it wasn't voice accounts. What are good skills for you to be an excellent CSR? I believe um, a good a good skills for being CSR is really important because without these skills, we wouldn't do our job properly. Okay, there's some various skills for you to be a good CSR, and I'm going to explain it. And firstly, you have to be a good listener and active listening. You need to listen to your own client carefully so he will calm down when he's angry, and also it gonna help you to know what he's concerned about. So eventually you will have your own resolution, which means that you can solve his problem in the end. And then you have to be good in in time management, right? You have to be a computer literate, and also you have to empathize and follow up with your own clients. So you need to to apologize to your own client, and you have to show him that you are really you will apologize, and you need to show that you have to act that you're really sorry for. You shouldn't sound happy, you should sound um good person. You care about him, right? um, and also you have to follow up, and as well there is a report which is you have to build a connection between the client and you as a CSR. And finally, I believe you have you have to be uh, good in communication, whether if your line is English, Spanish, yeah. And yeah, that's all. All right. This question is a common one. The interviewer asked me, and how will you handle an elderly customer and an irate elderly customer? Mhm. Mm, that time I answered just as this following. I said, when I'm gonna face an angry customer, the first thing I have to do is to um, send him greetings. Then I will do this following. I have to listen carefully, and then I have to solve his problem and apologize to him and to follow up with him. After I help him with his own client, I will ask him if he needs anything else. If he doesn't need anything else, I will just close the call. I'll tell him thank you, and yeah, and I will have to tell him bye. I will have to be nice to him and to be polite. I will have to respond to respond politely to him, even if he insults me or he's angry at me. And I will not take it personally because my job is a CSR and I have to help him, right? So if he's angry at me, he would be angry for two reasons. Maybe his personality is a rude person, or he's really angry because he wasn't satisfied with our um, customer service. So yeah, I will. Yeah, first thing I will tell him hello. Thank you for calling. For example, ABC company. This is Jasmine. To better assist you, may I have your full name, please, or how can I help you today? And when he tell me what he needs, I will tell him, sure, I'd be definitely to help you with your concern. I have to follow up with him. I will listen to him carefully, and I will not interrupt him until he will calm down. So, because I need to understand what's his concern, so in order for me to help him, if I couldn't help him, when I asked him to to put the call on hold for 2 minutes, so I can check my system if I can help him. If I couldn't help him, I would ask his permission. Of course, I would ask his permission to put him on the hold, and I would thank him, and I would apologize if I was late, or if I will let him to wait for a long time. I will tell him thank you for waiting patiently on the line, Mr. Speth. Yada yada. Yeah, and yeah. If I couldn't help him, I will ask his permission that if I can transfer him to my manager. So, in order to proceed with his concern, I will be honest to him. I will tell him the reason why I will transfer him. And if he was angry and it wasn't it wasn't my department, I will apologize to him. Of course, and will explain to him I will transfer him to another line or department. I'll tell him simply it's not my department. I will transfer you to the right place. Yeah. And after that, I'll help him or transfer him to my manager and so on. I'll thank him and apologize to him. And yeah,